Hey, what is going on, crypto people? What the world? What just happened? What just happened? Did Trump really announce a few of the assets that are going to be part of the strategic crypto reserve? And the beloved XRP is in there. My beloved Bitcoin is in there. My beloved Solana, it's in there. Let's go. Let's go. It's crazy in the streets. I mean, XRP went from $2.10, 13, 15 cents this morning to $2.90 something cents. It was crazy in the streets. Crazy in the streets. Oh, by the way, did you hear about the insider whale dude that did a 50x long on Bitcoin and Ethereum? Yeah. Hours before, mere hours before the Truth Social post from the Honorable Mr. President Donald J. Trump. Yeah, 50x long. That's cray in the streets. But anyway, we're going to celebrate XRP and Solana and Cardano being mentioned. Dano says it's 5 a.m. in Korea. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Dano. How are you, bro? Listen, that's crazy. Cardano, Solana, XRP mentioned on Truth Social by President Donald Trump as being part of the strategic crypto reserve. Bitcoiners were losing it for a minute until, President Trump says, I love Bitcoin and ETH too. Of course, it's going to be Bitcoin and ETH. Of course. In any case, listen, you got to think bigger picture. You got to think, of course, it's going to be a crypto strategic reserve. I mean, of course, there was no way that it was only going to be Bitcoin. None, nada, zero chance of that happening. Now, the states may do Bitcoin only strategic reserves. The states may do it. Tejas, the beloved Tejas, probably will do Bitcoin only until it becomes apparently obvious that it should have XRP and Solana in there. But yeah, let's celebrate it, man. I mean, we can actually, Pookie, we can actually go to CoinGecko today and take a look at the numbers. We can actually go take a look at the numbers today. What a crazy run up that was, man. I saw $2.92. That was crazy for XRP. I saw $2.92 XRP. Let's go. Yeah, got some strategic maneuvering to do now. $2.85. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Not bad at all. Flare Networks was all over the announcement. Hugo and Flare Networks all over the announcement. I got to tell you, to be frank with you, I was not happy with David Schwartz's little interview at ETH Denver. Not happy with it. Not happy. It still feels very much institutions are going to save the day and then retail is going to come. Not happy with it. Don't believe it. One shot. And then in this interview, he says that, let's face it, DeFi is gambling or recreational. I'm not happy about that at all. I have a feeling he's going to walk that back a little bit. What do you mean recreational? And by the way, what do you mean DeFi is gambling? So what are we doing at Ripple? Are we doing institutionalized gambling? Or you're suggesting that the institution of DeFi that Ripple's bringing is going to put an end to gambling? I'm not sure. I don't understand that comment. I don't understand that comment. I don't like it. Gambling or recreational. I don't, recreational in that most people don't do DeFi. It's beyond me to understand getting a checking account on chain as being DeFi. Getting a checking account, having it be on chain, and suggesting that that is decentralized finance. A checking account. Anyhow, but I got a question for David. If my checking account is now on chain, will this end the days put an end to depositing $20,000 in my account on Monday and going to my bank on Wednesday to withdraw said $20,000, and the $20,000 is not there? Will bringing my checking account on chain change that? If it does, I'm all for it. Will it change that? Will it change that? Because that's what's going on right now. Well, I want to know, will it change that? Is it going to change that? Because I don't hear you saying it's going to change that. Maybe you never thought about it. So you understand that a checking account that you just keep talking about, that everyone needs, you understand, David, that the checking account today, you deposit $20,000 on Monday, and you go to withdraw all of the $20,000 on Wednesday, it ain't happening. It is not happening. So why should I be excited about a checking account? Is on-chain going to change that? Tell me that. Tell me on-chain is going to change that. Then I'll be all for it. I'll be all for it then. What's going on, Rick Cisneros? How are you, bro? Like, you understand that in traditional finance, that's what happens. I don't know if you knew that, Rafi, but that is what happens. Time and time and time again. That's what happens. Deposit your money on Monday, and all of it is not available on Wednesday. Unless it's less than $5,000, then maybe you got a shot. So anyway, let's celebrate this awesome crypto news. I'm going to share what David saying that. Just did not like that he said gambling. DeFi is gambling or recreation. Don't like it. Don't like it. I get he's a smart guy. Doesn't mean he's right all the time. Just doesn't. I mean, he is right. What's going on, Crawbillies? Crawbillies says, let's go, bro. Indeed. Welcome to the stream, bro. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. Pookie, Crawbillies, Dano are here. What's going on, Hydro? How are you, my friend? Rafi checked in. I mean, yeah, we can go over the numbers. Let's take a look at it. I mean, it was cray-cray in the streets today. I mean, what? $2.15 to $2.90-something. Let's refresh CoinGecko, see what's good. President Trump's Truth Social. At first, I'm like, is that real? Is that real? Is that accurate? Is that the real thing? What happened? I did not want to believe it. Sui's doing okay. Sui's doing okay. Let's refresh it. See what's good. I did make my under $3 purchase of Sui. Let's go. I did do it. I did get that in. All right. Man, I just gotta tell you. Do. There it is. There it is. All right. So according to CoinGecko, the total cryptocurrency market cap is 3.24 trillion, up 9.2% in 24 hours. I'm telling you, that whale Slant Insider nailed that 50x leverage. I wouldn't recommend getting into leveraging. He nailed it. He nailed it. Bitcoin went from 84 to 94. Ethereum didn't do much of a jump. Just got to be honest with you. It did okay. 12%. I guess, it did 12% in 24 hours. Bitcoin only did 10%. So I guess it did okay. Solana's up 23%. All right. So according to CoinGecko, total cryptocurrency market cap, 3.24%. 3.24 trillion. I don't know why I said percent. Why do I have this YouTube ad? Why is that on CoinGecko? Uh, Bitcoin is trading at $93,854 on the 30-day. Oh, what is going on? My 30-day thing is not on here. What is going on? Anyhow, I don't know which CoinGecko this is. This is not my. Oh, what happened? I don't know. Anyway, on the 7-day, Bitcoin's down 2%. Ethereum is trading at $2,500 on the 7-day. On the 7-day, Ethereum is down 11%. XRP is trading at $2.86. It's up 12.5%. On the 24 hours, up 32%. Cardano shot up like cray-cray. Wow. Cardano went up 61% in 24 hours. Well, I hope the Cardano guys, I hope my guy who will get to numbers that he wants to get to for Cardano's. He is well deserving. He knows who he is. All right, Solana is trading at $172 again. On the 7-day, Solana's up 3.2%. So Cardano, just crazy numbers. Good for them. Good for them. But anyone was thinking that American-made quote unquote companies, crypto-based, anyone thinking that crypto reserve was not going to include that, I don't understand how you got to that. I mean, the people really did, Rafi, think that they were going to just get a Bitcoin strategic reserve. Didn't make any sense to me. Hedera is trading at 26 cents on a 7-day. Hedera is up 25% nearly. And the beloved Sui is trading at $3.19. No kind of bump like the rest of them. But it's at $3.19 on the 24 hours, up 13%. But on the 7-day, Sui is still down 4%. And that is the market, fam. It is doing what it does. I mean, congrats to those of us who hold some XRP, some Solana, some Bitcoin, those who hold Cardano. I think Jungle's excited. He's a big Cardano ecosystem guy. He loves Cardano. All right, so let's do this. Let's get back to the chat. Let's see what's good. Yeah, I just wanted to really come on here and hop on here and talk about this. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's good news. Rick Cisneros says the next step, XRP should get tax exempted status. The cherry on the top. That's good. That's a good thought, man. That's a good thought, Rick. Wouldn't that be cray-cray if the next thing they do is give some tax exemption for US-based cryptos? You know, President Trump is not playing, or he ain't playing, as we like to say. Crazy. That would be crazy if they did that next. Leonidas had a very interesting post. I'm gonna try to share it on X about, the typical first transactions from the escrow for XRP and how this one was different. Yeah, this one was different. That was interesting. I didn't know that even took place. All right. All right. So let's go to some stuff on X. Let's see. Cover the big news, Crypto Eddie covers some of the big news. Yeah, not long. Here's the post from Caitlin Long about this. I think this is about the dude that went long on crypto. If we can get the laptop to cooperate. I don't know why. It's always a problem. Do I have some stuff? Maybe I got. Maybe the Brave browser's up. Mhm. Yeah, I don't know. Come on, come on, come on. Why is everything taking so long to load? Ugh, I don't know, Rick Cisneros. I don't know. Hold on, let me see what's going on. All right, there's nothing there. Hold on, guys. Yeah, should be nothing. Yeah, I don't know why this is taking so long to load. I just don't understand it. Waiting for the laptop, guys. Just waiting for this thing to load. I mean, we get this big news, and I don't understand this laptop. It's just terrible, man. It's terrible. And it's always when I stream. It's never any other time. So anyway, word on the street. True Social from President Trump, XRP Solana Cardano. Mentioned that first as being part of the strategic reserve. The big, I guess, the more important message to it all, in my view, is that he is, promises made, promises kept type deal. It's coming. It's strategic crypto reserve. We don't know what it's going to ultimately look like, but it's going to be other cryptos besides Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. It's coming, right? It's good stuff. And yes, I know the BTC maxis were initially very alarmed that it was only going to be that the Bitcoin was not mentioned. They were, I mean, they were seriously shaken by that. Seriously shaken. Well, I put my VPN on, so maybe that helped with the, maybe it disconnected and has to reconnect. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was the issue. But Matthew Siegel says Trump announces on True Social plans to move forward on a crypto strategic reserve that includes XRP, Solana, and Cardano. A U.S. crypto reserve will elevate this critical industry after years of corrupt attacks by the Biden administration, which is why my executive order on digital assets, executive order, directed the presidential working group to move forward on a crypto strategic reserve that includes XRP, Solana, and Cardano. I will make sure the U.S. is the crypto capital of the world. Anyway, we are making America great again. I mean, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. Look, you got to get where we are as digital asset holders. We're blessed. Do you know your neighbor probably doesn't have any XRP, Solana, or Cardano? Did you know that? They probably haven't been holding it for years, investing in it, dollar cost averaging in 4 years. Do you know that? Do you understand how blessed you are? That's big time stuff. Stockpile. So, but they did eventually, people are still freaking out about Bitcoin not being mentioned, but a subsequent post to that post said, we love Bitcoin and ETH as well. No worries. People were freaking out about that. The Kabisi letter covered it as well about XRP, Solana, and Cardano. Matthew Siegel, what Crypto Eddie put here? What did she do? What was she posting about? I forget. Oh, that's another thing. So it's Matthew Siegel. Oh, Caitlin Long reminding us Today, someone opened $123 million long on ETH and 72 million long on Bitcoin. That was 15 hours ago. That post was happened with 50x leverage. He knows something, and obviously, someone knew something because the announcement came hours later, mere hours later. Yeah, mere hours later comes the announcement on Truth Social. Say what you will, say what you will. Raul Paul put this out. The United States government is literally telling you that they are going to kickstart alt season by buying your bags. Something I never thought would be on my bingo card. Jimmy Valley actually had a post on here talking about something as well. Did you guys see the Jimmy Valley post? I don't know if I have it, but he posted something about buying the XRP, I don't know. But isn't this going to be a government buying digital assets? Anyway, don't know if this is true or not. 50% ETH, 30% Bitcoin, 20% various coins. Uh, Says now we know who made this insanely well-timed 4 million 50x leverage bet on Bitcoin and ETH. Well played, Donald Trump. This is from Mike Alfred. Well played, President Trump and Donald Trump Jr. This is exactly how to turn the power and influence into money. The Bidens played small ball in comparison. Bravo. This is Mike Alfred insinuating that the person who made that long was from the President Trump's camp. So anyway, Raul Paul, again, the United States government is literally telling you that they are going to kickstart alt season by buying your bags. Just a lot of people don't understand. President administration, cabinets, whatever, 95% of them pro crypto, owning assets. They are going to want this thing to win. They're going to want the digital asset space to win. Right? You can't be looking at CoinGecko and missing the bigger picture. It's a big picture going on, right? There's a big picture going on. There's Brad Garlinghouse. Anyway, here's Brad. So David Sachs, the crypto czar over there in the White House, President Trump has announced a crypto strategic reserve consisting of Bitcoin and other top cryptocurrencies. Consisting of Bitcoin and other top cryptocurrencies. This is, and some of you don't own Bitcoin. Some of you, because, you listening to the XRP entertaining content creators. President Trump has announced a crypto strategic reserve consisting of Bitcoin and other top cryptocurrencies. This is consistent with his week 1 executive order, 14178. President Trump is keeping his promise to make the U.S. the crypto capital of the world. More to come at the summit. And it would not shock me that this is going to be heavily weighted in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So, right? It's ergodicity at play. It's the 90-10 rule from CryptoCeej. So it wouldn't be shocking. So Brad Garlinghouse said this. I've said this before. The crypto industry will achieve our goals and beyond if we work together. All capitals. If we work together. Appreciate the crypto president, President Donald Trump's vision of a government digital asset reserve representative of the industry. Brad could not wait to post this. I'm going to tell you that right now. He could not wait to post this. Maximalism, XRP entertaining content creators. Brad Kimes, digital asset investor. Maximalism is the enemy of the industry's progress. Glad to see the President of the United States recognizing we live in a multi-chain world and that we're finally moving past Bill Hinman and the Biden administration's SEC's very broken thinking. I will certainly continue to champion this while in Washington at the end of this week. If Brad could not wait, I'm telling you, listen, Brad Garlinghouse is a monster. You can get suckered in by the well-groomed beard and handsome man. You can get suckered into that if you want. I'm telling you, Brad Garlinghouse is a monster as a CEO. He is a stud. A stud. Okay? Don't get it twisted. As we like to say, dude's a monster. When it comes to a CEO. He could not wait to post that. I love it. Couldn't wait. Crypto Law is doing oh, they got a thing going on now. That's probably what the issue is. All right. So Crypto Law has got something going on now. Hear reactions and join the discussion with John Deaton and guests today. So they got a little, thing going on there. So they got a little X Spaces that's going on live now with John Deaton. If you want to tune into that. So in any case, yeah, Brad Garlinghouse could not wait to post that. I'm telling you right now. All right, let me get back to the chat. See what's good. Life Pillars is in the building. What's going on, Life Pillars? How are you, my friend? Bogle Reed. Did he mention Bitcoin? Yes, he did. Zober's here. What's going on, Zober? FLR just may be intertwined with all this good stuff. Yeah, maybe. I think DeFi for retail is going to happen on Flare Networks. Maybe, somehow the XRPL EVM sidechain is going to bring some sort of DeFi for XRP holders. Maybe. It won't be as true decentralization. It will not be as true security. It will not be as true scalability as Flare Networks. I can tell you that. Life's Pillar. What's going on, Light Club? What's going on, bro? How are you, bro? I didn't even see you checking in. Appreciate you being here today. Life Pillars is like close some of those tabs. Leo Messi checked in. What's going on? Leo Messi. And so did Keyston. What's going on, Keston? Keston. How are you, bro? Dano says, will Ripple gift it or US buy it? You talking about that XRP? Don't know. It's going to be interesting to see. I mean, the escrow is the escrow. I don't know what it's going to look. It's going to be, moving forward, it's going to be very interesting to see what's going on. I mean, are we gonna get to the days of who were the Love of Crypto? Was it Love of Crypto? It was the two guys. One was I feel like one was a mechanic or a plumber, and the other one drove a truck. Love for Crypto. Are we gonna get back to that? Are they gonna, remember back in those days when they talked about XRP? Remember that? I remember those dudes. It's going to be interesting to see. I don't know. But Jimmy Valley had a very interesting post. I can tell you that, Dano. Let me see if what happened to my X thing here? The world. But Jimmy Valley had an interesting post. The digital asset XRP, says CryptoCeej, has been recorded in the official U.S. Government Federal Register. U.S. Government Federal Register. The digital asset XRP. With 172 mentions in volume 90, number 35. XRP Ledger differentiates itself from other digital assets networks in that it is stated primary function is transactional utility, not store or value. I don't know what that means. I don't know why they mentioned XRP, but they did there. Let me see if I can find Jimmy Valley's post. It's an interesting post. Let's see. Jimmy Valley says, I'm sorry, you were saying something about, quote, the US will never, all capitals, letters, buy your XRP. Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he had to say about it. You know, the amendment for taxes never actually got ratified. In the 16th Amendment, it never got ratified. Did you know that filing taxes is a voluntary decision? That's interesting. Did you know that? Yeah, facts. Facts. It wasn't actually ratified as an amendment, was not ratified. It states that it's a when you file your taxes, it's a voluntary move. Even though they can still put you in jail for not filing your taxes. Filing your taxes is voluntary application. Fascinating. Fascinating. So Zaman Wallet had this to say. I'm happy for Vitse winning XRPL Labs. Self-custody is freedom. Don't risk it. Own your keys, own your crypto. I need to start putting my thing over here. Own your keys, own your crypto. Zaman gives you full control over your XRP, XRPL, and Zahao assets. Fast, secure, with no limits. Choose freedom. Choose the Zaman wallet. Interesting, these posts on X. Big fan of Zaman, and we say when and the team over there. Big fans, big fans. I'm closing tabs. Life's pillar. I'm closing tabs. So this is the David Schwartz thing. Just not a fan of their thoughts process. Not a fan. Andrew DeVlis says David Schwartz explains. I probably butchered that name. Vilbeis. David Schwartz explains Ripple's current strategy to implement the necessary primitives on a ledger for institutional DeFi that will lead to the inevitable consumer-facing retail use cases. Imagine a company issues stock on chain and then it is able to reward the stockholders with all the bells and whistles that blockchain offers, like rewards, incentives, or even shareholder voting. We get the vote now. You can get bells and whistles and rewards now. I don't get the institutional part. I just don't get it. But take a listen to David Schwartz here.
The savings account. I need a retirement account. I need a stock portfolio. I need sensible.
Why do I need a retirement account and a stock portfolio? Why would you ever promote traditional financial products in the midst of this new financial system? I don't understand it. For the life of me, I don't get it. All right, let's take a listen.
If you're holding $5 million in tokenized treasuries, the amount of margin that the issuer is making is microscopic. Your yield is microscopic. The margins are microscopic. So we're gonna bring enterprises in for dumb reasons. Like, it saves them money, it's more transparent. They're not going to understand that it's going to do the same thing that stablecoins do. People use stablecoins for use cases that they could never use any other asset for. Like, you can't use a non-on-chain asset as collateral for some DeFi application. And what's going to happen is they're going to learn that by tokenizing these real world assets, all of a sudden they're going to realize that, like, they can target brand new use cases. brand new applications, brand new user base. So the strategy is to add the features necessary to get that enterprise adoption that paves the way for mass retail adoption. We're not going to see mass retail adoption of DeFi in the next year or year and a half, because all of the DeFi applications are basically gambling. I mean, they're either recreational applications or gambling applications. If we want to take over.
Basically gambling. So he's throwing DeFi in with meme coins. So DeFi is meme coins. But isn't the whole thing that Ripple is trying to do, don't they call it institutional DeFi? I don't get this dude's rationale for promoting the blockchain. I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me. Aave and Compound were killing the game, Uniswap, more in profit than traditional finance. Let me say that again. Aave, platforms like Aave and Compound, especially Aave, Compound, and Uniswap, and profits were smashing the numbers of traditional finance. Tether right now is smashing the numbers of traditional finance right now. Killing the game. Killing the game. Aave, Compound, Uniswap, DeFi products. Killing the game. We're not going to get mass adoption unless the institutions come. It's just, I don't understand that thinking. I really don't. How does Compound and Aave become Compound and Aave and put up those numbers without the institutions? Who's doing it then? Who did it? Who did it? Didn't retail? Retail made Aave who they were. So why can't Aave just continue doing what they're doing? Right? Remember, Black Rocks of the world, they came to Aave. You understand? They came to Aave. Aave went out and proved that this little small niche of crypto in this asset class can go out and do incredible things. So I don't get it, David. I really don't get your thinking. I really don't. I get you're smart. I don't get your thinking. I really don't get this logic. I don't. Now, he's going to go on and talk about, I think, checking accounts and retirement. Anyway, listen.
For finance, we need the really boring. I need a checking account. I need a savings account. I need a retirement account. I need a stock portfolio. I need sensible investments. I need the equivalent of certificates of deposit. We have to build all the boring stuff, and enterprises are what's going to make that possible. So the strategy is, over the next year and a half to 2 years, bring in the enterprises with these features around tokenized real. They're going to do it for dumb reasons. Some of them will be visionaries. Some of them will see this vision and they'll come to blockchains because they understand that it's like revolutionizing finance. But a lot of them will be here just because it's cheaper and faster and it works on weekends and it has these tiny little advantages.
So what he's saying is, look, what he's saying, and this is, who knows? This is the hopes. The vast majority of people are not in crypto. That's what he's ultimately saying. The vast majority and he's right. The vast majority of retail is not in crypto. So they're not on chain. This is what he's saying. They're not on chain. But if your neighbor's institution comes on chain, right? If your bank, your neighbor's regional bank comes on chain, having to need a checking account, this is somehow going to bring them. That's going to be massive retail adoption because your neighbor's bank is on the chain. Your neighbor doesn't know that they've become part of mass adoption. but the bank that they're using is on chain. That's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. So your neighbor who doesn't know that the 401k and the TSP and retirement accounts is one of the biggest hoodwinks and bamboozles ever perpetuated on the American people or on a nation's people. You don't believe me? Read the Pirates of Manhattan, books 1 and 2. It'll tell you plain as day. And so your neighbor don't know that the stock market stuff that they have in their brokerage account, they don't really own it. Those kind of people, because their institutions will come on chain. So somehow, because of that, those people will come into crypto, or that will be mass adoption, right? So if Bank of America becomes on chain and Bank of America has 10 million customers, I'm just throwing a number out there. So that's mass adoption now because Bank of America is on chain. I don't think so. That's not mass adoption, in my opinion. Jungle Ink's in the building. Am I right, Jungle? That's what David Schwartz is saying. David Schwartz, right? Because David Schwartz is saying we, which he really means they. He really means they. He really means the people outside of crypto. They're going to need a checking account because they're not in crypto. They're going to need a stock brokerage account because they're not in crypto. They're going to need a retirement account because they're not in crypto. But the person that they use for the retirement account is going to get on the blockchain. The person that they use for their brokerage account is going to get on the blockchain. The person that they use for their checking and their savings account, like Bank of America, is going to hop on the blockchain. And because of that, and they have customers, that equals retail adoption of the blockchain. That does not make sense to me. That doesn't make sense to me. That like they're right. The bank is on the blockchain, but the customer is just using their checking account, right? They're just using the checking account. So I asked David when I started the live stream, David, you keep bringing up this checking account stuff. So I want to know that will this institutional DeFi that you keep talking about with checking accounts, when I deposit my $20,000 on Monday and I go to take every penny of it off on Wednesday or Thursday, am I going to get all of my $20,000 or am I going to get around $5,000 with the promise to get you the rest of it in 48 to 72 hours? Are we solving that or no? Because you keep saying we got to have a checking account. Is bringing Bank of America on chain going to solve that? Jungle Inc. says they are going to use those systems that are being used today. This is because such systems are useful, like Aave, Maker, and I forgot to say Maker. I forgot to say Maker. So are you talking about retail that's not in crypto are going to use the stuff that they're currently using? Because I don't, I remember another interview, he said, hopefully, the institutional customers will come on chain, right? Ron T, what's going on, Ron T? So again, David's a smart guy. Don't get me wrong. But if you're saying that massive or mass retail adoption is going to come because the institution gets on the chain, I disagree. I don't think so. Right? The way people become on chain is they go buy Bitcoin and then eventually get a Ledger wallet and they get a MetaMask and they get a Rabby wallet. Not because their bank in which they have a checking and savings account gets on chain. That's not it. I don't know. Again, if you're going to solve that problem, cool. Because right now, you know, to hear someone in crypto talking about a retirement account, a retirement account, a retirement account. You can't tell me about a traditional financial product that hasn't hoodwinked and bamboozled this people, including a checking account. Including a checking account. So if on-chain, Bank of America on-chain is suddenly going to add liquidity and thus when I deposit my $20,000 on Monday and I go back Wednesday to get it all out, it's available. I'm all for it. But if it ain't solving that problem, then what is it doing? And if it doesn't change the current law that says when you deposit your money in that checking account, it is no longer yours. Are you changing that by bringing the institutions on the chain or no? What about the Uniform Commercial Codes Article 8 and 9? Is it changing that? Where it says that the stock that's in your broker's account does not belong to you. It doesn't belong to you. You do not own it. You don't own it. Is bringing Charles Schwab, formerly TD Ameritrade, on chain going to change that? This is a new financial system that we're a part of. Is it changing that? Because it's right there. A couple of states have tried to change that Uniform Commercial Code for their states. And the bankers literally came in, the central bankers sent their lawyers and threatened the states, two of them, threatened them. So why are we so thirsty to bring these institutions and those laws on the chain if you're not changing that stuff? For volume, so we can say we got volume. We need to do all we can to expand the true ethos of crypto, in my opinion, which is true decentralization, true scalability, and true security. Taking ownership of the custody of your assets. True self-custody, where the thing that I have, I own it. The thing that I bought and I use my hard-earned, dirty, nasty fiat, I actually own it. not the bank or not the DTCC. Rudy Poo says, even Alex Cobb's stream is not going to change the XRP price. Nothing's going to stop the XRP price now. I don't know, man. I wouldn't bet against Cobb, man. I wouldn't bet against Cobb's live streams, bro. This is what I'm saying, Jungle. This is what I'm saying is the issue. This is what I'm saying is the issue. Right? True decentralization, less intermediaries, true ownership of the assets. Are they going to change the law? $2.85, Keyless. $2.80, almost 87 cents. Are they going to change that law? If you ain't changing that law, what does it matter? And by the way, it's a law. The stock, any of that kind of stuff that you got in the broker's account, you don't own it. You don't own it. And if they deem some type of financial emergency, the law says that that stuff is their stuff. Says that that stuff is your stuff is their stuff. Keyless is like, what? You're welcome, Keyless. She didn't know. Yep. $2.86 for XRP. This is what I'm saying. Jung Lee says it's a mistake to think institutions have some special needs that are different. They just have bigger scale. Yeah. Listen. Yeah. The biggest mistake is thinking that the institutions are somehow on your side and they want you to win. That's the mistake. That's the biggest mistake. They don't want you to win. The system has been rigged against you. This is why I'm excited about the new financial system. True decentralization, true scalability, true security, and ownership. Remember, the property rights are they've just been dwindled away by the same institutions that David is so excited to bring on to the XRPL. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. It's just not a great look. It's just not a great look in my view. But anyway, XRP is going to be part of the strategic crypto reserve. Jimmy Valley's talking about, the government's buying our XRP. Raul Paul is saying that the United States government is saying they're going to buy your crypto. So here's the odd thing that happened. Leonidas, OG and XRP community pointed out. This month, 700 million XRP went back into escrow. It's weird, however, that the 1 billion XRP that could be released on March the 1st hasn't been released. So I thought it was a cryptographically done deal. So why wasn't that released? But anyway, it says on March 1st has not been released yet. The 700 million escrows were created from surplus XRP sitting in Ripple's accounts. Says this is the first. So I don't know if you knew it. The 1 billion XRP that normally gets released on the 1st that was supposedly in the cryptographic thing. You know what I mean? Programmed in on the 1st of every month. According to Leonidas, it was not released. So that's interesting to know. All right, fam, I'm going to hop off here. Thank you so much for hanging out. Celebrate. Let's celebrate. Let's celebrate XRP, Solana, Cardano, Bitcoin, ETH. It's going to be a crypto strategic reserve, not a Bitcoin only reserve. Shout out to those of us who own all three: Bitcoin, XRP, and Solana. Some of us didn't listen to the XRP entertaining content creators. Thank God. Thank God for that. Right? Own a little BTC, own a little XRP. Some people still got some ETH. as well. It's a good day, fam. Enjoy it. Enjoy it. Still don't know what's going to happen in March yet, but we'll see. Shout out. Somebody took that 50x long on Bitcoin and Ethereum. They're winning right now. I think they're up 5 or 6 million. 50x. Cray, cray. Cray, cray. We'll see. We'll see. I think April is going to be the bigger month for crypto. We'll see, though. All right, fam. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. Do me a favor, hit the like button on the way out if you didn't get a chance to do so on the way in. It is one of the greatest ways to support the channel for sure. We didn't get to 9,000 subs last month, but we can get there this month. I'm certain of it. So hit the like button. That'd be super cool. We can do that. We're only like 50 something people away from getting to 9,000 subs. Let's make that happen this month. We can definitely do that for sure. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're in that 55% or so of people that have been hanging out, listening to and watching the CryptoCeej. And if you've been enjoying those hangouts, please consider subscribing to the channel. And don't forget to ring that notification bell so that you know whenever we go live or whenever we upload a video. I'm going to end this video like I do all of my videos and remind you guys of this. Old money doesn't want you to win. But that's okay, though, because you and I, we're already winning. And I would ask you to consider this or perhaps ponder the idea or notion of living your life permissionless. I'll talk to you guys soon. See ya. Bye.